Guys, Brian Railfan here, and in today's update video, I guess it is, because I haven't made one of these in a while, and I need to go to point 6. We're just going to be going over kind of a little bit of the layout update, although not much has happened, and just a general overall room update down here. So, first things first. This is probably the worst section of here, so I'm a lot happier with it. This is just the train stuff I take to the club. I've been making bins like that lined with green foam. In fact, those bins lined with that green foam. I'll make a video on it when I make another one, because that's just the prototype. I have a few changes I want to make. Like, I don't have any foam between the coaches in there. I want to. That was just a proof of concept. Proof of concept successful. Now I can do that. Next, we got the end scale layout. I put 3/4 ply underneath it. I could have gone with thinner, like 1/2 inch or even 1/4. But because this layout will eventually have to move, I decided, you know what? Might as well go with the thick one. A lot easier to move around. So I have to finish this, but that's not for right now. There's some empty bins. I got that at Megatrain with a lot of weathered freight cars that I got, and then there's just my big bin that I use for taking to shows and that. Same with this one. And some more of those bins. Those are made in Canada. Got them at Home Depot. They're like $3, I think, per bin. That big bin there, same thing, but 5. Next, I have, again, just this junk brass track and underneath the junk steel. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I haven't decided. Some stuff I need to go through up there, including some brand new nickel plate track. I don't know why I didn't use it on my layout. I just didn't. Next, we got my hot glue gun. And again, I'm also using these bins for this kit I've been building, an N-scale faller kit for a generating station. And then this is another project I'm working on in there. Kind of been using them to keep things organized. Next, we got my hot foam cutter, which I'm selling because, well, I'm going to be selling because I've had it for a few years now, and I've used it exactly 0 times. So, there is that. And then just some HO stuff I need to get up for sale as well. Next, we have a bunch of boxes. And now from this point onwards for my eBay stuff, I'm actually going to use these bins and kind of have it the same way as those coaches are in there. Kind of all protected by foam, but all in one bin. That way, it's significantly less space than a full box. And that way, if I ever decide to start, going to Megatrain to sell things, I can just take the bins and I don't have to worry about them being all wrapped up and bubble wrapping and packing and all of that. Again, more stuff I need to go through up there, but that's not a today problem. I also got this crate at Home Depot, also made in Canada, and have my cardboard in here. And then some of my newspaper and my packing paper. And then a bunch of my scenery stuff and bubble wrap, a new roll of bubble wrap in the back, and green bubble wrap now. Oh, and then those bags are some sand for here. Next, we're going to walk along here. I have added a shield here, so it shoots out this way because that's a vent. That way it's not around the layout. Oh, and about 2-3 weeks ago, maybe less, I noticed we had a smoke detector missing, and so the same day I put that on, I put a new smoke detector in. It's just a battery one. There actually is the wiring there for one, but I prefer battery in case it randomly starts going off. You can just take the battery out. It's significantly easier. Okay, we're going back over here. Now, just my standing desk. I need to go get a battery at some point. Forgot to this weekend. And we have this for my calipers, so yeah. It's for a project, though. A hint is right there with that little coach. Next, and I have to hang those up onto the wall as well. And then that guy needs his own bin. Next, I have cut a little bit of foam off of the layout here and a bit off here, so it's a lot more flush. You can see the pieces over there on the table. I'll give you a closer look in a second. Just reason being, I want it to look a little bit better, and I'm even tempted to cut some more off this corner here, kind of like this, because as you see, my desk is in the normal spot. If I get up, I hit this corner all the time. So I'm almost tempted to cut some of the corner off, just so I stop hitting it. Now, if anyone's wondering why the desk is in this corner, well, my eBay picture taking table is there because I have those pot lights. It has just a bit better lighting than this corner. And I can't be in the back corner there where the end scale is because there's no plug over there. We have a plugs behind there. We have a plug there, and then another one there, and then one on the roof there for the pool table light. Those are all the plugs I have in here. I don't have any on that wall or on that wall, which is kind of funny because this is a 4-level split, so this is the 4th level. That's the mechanical room. There's a closet on the outside, granted, a big one, but you could have a plug on that wall. And that one, I don't know how much of it's actually concrete and how much is wall, but you can kind of see where the molding is there. That's roughly where the floor level is for the third level. So why they're on the two concrete outside walls, I don't know. Now, obviously, there's studding and all that in between, but still, it's like the outside walls are the ones that have the plugs. Now, I've moved this temporarily over here. This normally sits underneath the table on that corner. I just moved it over here to do some testing on my MRC DCC system that I have from Randscale Layout. Kind of just learning all the functions because we used to use these at our club. Then they got rid of them for Digitrax, and we've had a whole bunch of problems with that phone system since. This phone system worked a lot better, and these controllers are much better than the Digitrax one we have. And we have a few different Digitrax ones, but I really like this one because it's a lot simpler. Although, after I'm done testing, the power cab will come back over here, and this will go back over there. That's my, it's a Athearn N-Scale SD75? Something like that, CN. It's up for sale. I just need to bring it back upstairs. These I'm going to be putting up for sale at some point, probably in the next week or so. Then this guy by himself, these two together. These two are Bowser CN coal hoppers. And then, I can't remember the brands on these ones, but this is a Model Power, I think. Don't worry, this case got damaged when the model was thankfully not in it, so it's safe. And then 3 coaches, this one missing an axle, these 3 will be together. Here's that empty Faller kit box. I just kind of left it out so I could show you guys the number in case you wanted to see it. It's N222140. I forgot to turn the light on. It's classic me. As you can see, it's just a little bit brighter in this corner. So I keep my tape, my Sharpie, my X-Acto knife, my scissors, my scale, and my tape measure for eBay and such. When I'm taking pictures, it just moves up here. And again, I just wanted to show you guys the box for this kit. That's why the glue in that's still over here. Next we have, I just got some pipettes for putting glue on the ballast so I don't have to worry about spraying it. Simply because I found that was kind of messy, and now I realized, you know what, we'll spray for the grass, but for this I'd much rather use a pipette because it's a lot more controllable. These are some of the foam offcuts from that. Tripods are currently sitting there, all 3 of my 2 little ones, like my little, slightly bigger than little, about double the size, and then my big one, which can extend to come out to about here, so it's quite high. These are for 2 separate lots I need to put for sale on eBay. I just haven't yet. Now, this is technically the bottom of the box, but you might be noticing, wait, there's folds here just like there are for the ends. So what I can do is I can cut down the side here. For one, I'll actually only need this little section. And then for the other ones, I'll probably need from here to here. Although, granted, I'm not 100% sure exactly on that one yet, because the one is, I know, because it's just the locomotive. The other one's a set of 5 coaches, and I might need the extra height. I don't need this height, though. But unfortunately, I can't get Staples boxes that are any smaller, that are still 18 inches long. Or at least not at the time. Maybe now, but I don't think so. Now, with the layout, what has changed? Well, I've ballasted from here on. I'll show you guys that in 0.3 actually. So you can see right here, you can kind of see where I went from the Woodland CNX coarse gray blend to the medium ballast gray blend and the coarse ballast gray mix. I mixed the 2 together. Because Frog and Diamond didn't have any, Frog and Diamond's in Winnipeg. I'm in Brandon, about 2.5, 3 hours away from the store itself, depending on traffic. So I did that because I'm like, well, might as well try it, and honestly, I prefer it. Much prefer it. And I still have some touch-ups and all that to do along here, but that's for another day. So I started getting the foam in this one, and are you kidding? I've tried gluing that with so many things in it. I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to move on, because that irritates me. Next, I've started ballasting all the way along here, gone up to this curve, kind of how far I've gotten so far today. Now you might be noticing, why is my little Dean's Goods here? Well, I mean, I just decided to put the coach in the siding, so it was out of my way, but what's going right here will be a shed for the Dean's Goods. The reason being, I kind of want to have him be in a shed away from the others, like my other 2-track shed right there. Just because I figured it might be kind of nice to have an engine off to the side. And, you know, I can always have a nice, like, kind of forested area here, because the Dean's Goods, for example, could be mostly a shunter for the yard here, or something else. I just figured I kind of wanted a little station there. Now again, I need to move all this around here. It's a bit of a mess. I've been putting the Hush Hush back together after finally fixing her. She had a few issues. Her wiring harness broke since my 2MT broke one of its coupling rods, and I haven't been able to find a replacement yet. I yoinked its wiring harness for this. At this point, I think my 2MT is a parts unit, which sounds sad, but what I'm going to do is at some point get another one, and then take its DCC chip and put it in that one, and then have that one around kind of for a parts unit. Or at least, maybe find a way to bypass the tender, and then maybe make it into a 260 tender engine, but an inside cylinder 260. So, put normal coupling rods on, like the Dean's Goods have. I think that would be fairly fun. After all, the main ones are broken anyways, might as well try to make something nice out of it. But anyway, so thank you so much for watching, everybody. And I will be cleaning all this up after I get this one done, because most of this goes to that. I gotta put that cork away. I've been using it to fill in these holes so the ballast doesn't fall in. So I've just been leaving it out. And I'll see you guys all in next one.